tuning in to the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads from over 200 countries and your #1 source in after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Floor.
Oh, we got it. We
Yeah.
got it. I like that.
We didn't even practice that.
Didn't even practice that at all. It
right.
just happened because we're in sync.
We are in sync. And we've got Marissa in the engineering booth. She was breaking it down for us.
She was. I saw all that hair tossing.
Yeah, she's got. I was intact because last episode I actually lost my headphones.
Oh, I saw that.
You did?
I saw that. It was. I mean, it was intense.
Yeah.
You were intensely dancing.
Yeah, I just stayed in my own kind of person and kind of did a few of these, so I wasn't. I didn't want to lose my headphones there. So, hello everyone. We are back for another recap of America's most controversial dance show, Dance Moms.
Yes.
Yes, and
yes.
We have a little bit different of a panel up here. Our Lexi she got her wisdom teeth out.
I know.
So-
Sending her lots of mashed potatoes.
Yeah, so she's on painkillers and it hurts to talk. So.
Oh, I feel for her.
Yeah. And
I'm
Marissa
sorry.
let me know she had to get her wisdom teeth out when she was 17 on Halloween.
Oh, that's
Yep.
awful.
Yeah.
You didn't get any candy.
No candy for Marissa.
But
that
she had to
night.
pass all of the other candy out to the kids, but she couldn't have any.
That's the worst. I would have, if I were you, Marissa, I would have saved some. Put some to the side.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
I did.
She did. Well, Lexi, we hope that you get better. We are sending you ice cream and Slurpees, and of course,
Mashed potatoes.
Tony has his mashed potatoes. Francisco actually is in this episode,
Right?
Yeah, at the judging table.
At the judging table.
and
Good for
sounding
him.
great on the mic, announcing.
Yes.
He's just, he must have warmed up his voice or something.
You have to warm up the Volce
Yeah.
to have that announcer voice.
Right. He sounded fantastic. And his cute little
Fantastic.
tie.
He was all dressed up.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
So, I guess we can introduce ourselves now.
Well, I am Tony Moore, as you guys know.
You're sitting in the wrong seat, Tony.
I'm not sitting in the wrong seat, not tonight. I have passed the torch for tonight to you.
Woohoo! I'm in the hot seat again.
The hot seat. Listen, you have done well with the hot seat. So, I wanted you to keep it burning.
Keep it burning. Oh, the sucker is hot. What's up, everyone? I am your host for tonight's recap. I am Candice Camacho.
Yay, Candice.
Woohoo!
Claps
Yeah.
all around. It's just me clapping. It's just me.
Yeah, Marissa. Okay, well, I'm excited to be here. I'm
too.
a total fan of the show and
Yeah.
everybody on it. So
Yeah.
we are talking about episode number 26. No more crybabies.
26 episodes
Yeah.
of non-stop dance drama.
Yes. These girls are, they're lucky. I mean, this show just keeps going on. Usually a
It
show, it's only 8 episodes.
Yeah, this one is 26 so far.
26.
So, and last season I think we had like 34, 36, somewhere around in there.
Oh, wow.
It was a lot.
It was a lot. It was like after a while we were just like, we're here. It's another episode.
Right. Even for Marissa, it was a lot. So.
Yeah. Marissa did. You did
It was a
all
lot
of
of
them.
dancing.
Yeah, it's a lot of dancing. Lots of dancing.
Right. So this week the team is going to Waterford, Michigan for the Energy Regional Competition.
Yeah.
Yes.
On the Magic School Bus
They are going on the Magic School Bus.
to Waterford.
Yeah. So the episode opens and Sarah and Christy are arriving for just some lessons, and Abby looks a little bit upset and she's like, "Well, why are you here?" And Christy was actually very timid and Oh, Sarah's just here for a dance lesson.
Christy.
Yeah.
Is it
I'm sorry,
Christy?
Christy.
Yeah.
My bad.
It looks like Christy, but it's Christy.
Christy.
Because remember, she has the Christ in her name.
Right. Did they nickname her CWAY or something? I saw. I don't know what that stands for.
CW. I didn't notice that.
No? Okay. Maybe it was just me. I didn't know exactly what it was, but in some of the verbiage on the internet, they were...
Oh, maybe they have a little name for her.
Okay. Well, I mean, we got left out. I don't know her name. Christy.
Well, if you guys know the reason why, make sure you comment below. Yeah. Nicely. Nice comments. Nice. Keep it nice with each other. You guys have been a little vicious this season.
And with us.
Yeah. So keep it nice. Yeah. Keep it nice. We like nice.
Tony and I are really nice.
Yes.
People.
Yes, we are.
So, and Gia tells Abby that Sarah's looking really good in all of her private lessons.
Yeah, and her turns have improved and everything like that. So good for Sarah for still continuing to work hard, even though she, thanks to her mother, got kicked off of the group. But, good for her for, wanting to improve and be in lessons and things like that.
Yeah, I think a lot of little girls would have given up. So definitely kudos and props to her.
Yeah.
So as Abby congratulates the team, I kind of sense something is brewing in that brain of hers.
In the Abby brain.
Yeah. She just kind of had that look. I think she must have a new makeup person because her makeup's even like a little bit different. But
oh yeah, there was the shot of her in like the gray outfit. Mm-hmm. And you look great, Abby. Yeah. Good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
May as well, stay in there.
Yeah, stay in it.
While you're in the game.
Right.
So I felt like something was happening, and indeed, Sarah and Christy joined the group with Abby telling Christy with Abby telling Christy to keep her mouth shut. So if she says
for the sake of her child.
For the sake of your child, goodness gracious, woman. Hush.
Don't say anything. Well, it's because, they keep showing that clip over and over again of when she says, we need to take out the trash. And it starts with you. Well, first of all, how do you say that to Abby Lee, who is the owner, proprietor, head person in charge of this company that you're trying to be a part of?
Right.
Like, that didn't make sense to me. But
no, it's not very smart. It's not a good...
Not smart at all.
It's not a good tactic. It's not a good business move.
No. So
right.
Keep it closed.
Right. And Tammy and Tia are back.
Yes.
We saw that at the last episode. That I thought that was just interesting. At the end of the last episode, that all of a sudden Abby was like, Tia, would you like to come back next week?
Yeah.
So anyway, those two are back. And then we get to our pyramid, which isn't a pyramid.
It's a totem pole.
It's a totem pole, and it only has one person per row in honor of their tribal dance that they perform.
Is it, or are they just trying to find, because it hasn't been a pyramid
for a long
time because there's two teams, there's people weaving in and out of the teams,
right?
So I don't know, maybe they did try to be creative and do a totem pole because of what was to come, but I was like, totem pole, okay, we'll go with it.
We'll go with the totem pole, I guess.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think that has hidden meanings, the girls stacked on top of each other and people in, their spots. It's nicer to kind of go like this.
Yeah.
But we are talking about who we're talking about. So, right. At the bottom, we have our little Nia.
Poor Nia. Mm-hmm. But I feel like it's always a setup. Anytime Nia gets out of her usual spot, it's because she's about to get a lead in the upcoming dance.
Right.
Dance Mom fans, you guys know what I'm talking about. She's usually always in the same spot. And then all of a sudden it's like they're going to do a group dance, and it's always an ethnic group dance where she's the lead. And then that's when her position in the pyramid moves, and then she has the lead part. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So she moved to the bottom of the totem pole only to set her up for greatness.
Right.
Yeah.
That's interesting how that works.
Yeah.
Then we have little Mackenzie, who is told that she pulls focus in a negative way. She is smaller and more compact, so she's getting up more quickly than the other girls, and vice versa going down. But
I mean, she's small and cute, so of course she's gonna pull focus.
Yeah.
And she's with these, you know, slightly older kids, and still holding her own.
Right.
So.
Right. I was just stating what they had said, but I do agree with that. She does pull focus because she's younger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Tia, next up, she was part of the winning team.
Mm-hmm. Yay, winning team.
Yay, winning team. And we've got Miss Chloe.
Yes.
Who helped she had like the little feature part in the select, looking good. So she helped tell the story of what they were trying to do. She had really good facial expressions.
And Abby really praised her for doing a great job with the team. So kudos to that. Yay, Chloe. Yeah. We all knew you had it in you. You're still missing that Chloe spark though.
Yeah, well.
What can you do?
What can you do? And then, no surprise to anybody, we have the golden child, Maddie, on top.
Yes.
Little Christy was like, in the last episode, Maddie is the sun, and everybody just revolves around the sun.
It's so interesting though. It's like Christy just always has something to say. Like she's always commenting on something. I don't know.
Now, I kind of stalked Christy's Facebook over the week, and there was about 3 or 4 entries where she said, I wonder what they're going to cut out next to make me look bad. Or I wonder what they're going to, because we all know reality TV, you can definitely make somebody look horrendous.
Yeah.
That actually happened to me once. I was part of some reality TV.
I did not know this.
Well, it was a long time ago.
What was it?
Well, I was dancing in the show Jubilee in Las Vegas, and E! Entertainment did a little
expose or news thing about it?
Yeah, they came in and they did a full show on what it's like to be a Las Vegas showgirl and the costumes and this and that. And somehow they got me saying something that I said, but it was different.
Out of the different context?
Yeah, it was.
I'm looking it up.
Look it up. I mean,
I'm going to find it.
It's so bad. I don't even want to say it now. We're going to bury that.
I guarantee though, someone's going to find it before I do. So if you guys find it, put the link below.
So, I mean, I kind of do understand. I'm like, okay, she just said that, but I wonder if she was saying something else before they cut that part out.
Yeah. And we hear a lot of times, from people who have done reality TV that editing is everything. And sometimes something is said. Yes, they actually said it, but it's like they put it in a different way to make it have a different meaning, and it's taken out of context. So yeah, we get that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's our totem pole.
Yeah.
And the big heaviness with the show is this week determines who's going to go to nationals. So everybody wants to go to nationals. Everybody wants a solo. It's crunch time. We have to prove it. We haven't proved the entire season. We have to, prove now.
Yes.
So Mackenzie, Sarah, and Tia, they all get solos.
Yes. Good for them.
Yep.
But it's like it's almost like a setup of like, I only need one little person, one young child, and which one is, going to step up.
Right. Well, she said this week she's looking at her little people, and then probably next week she'll look at the other girls. So Mackenzie's doing a solo called Out of My Mind. Sarah is doing a lyrical called On My Own, which I kind of thought was a message from Abby to be more independent.
Yeah.
On my own.
Yeah. Because of that whole incident of, when Christy wouldn't let Sarah go on the competition on her own. And Abby's like, just go without her. But how do you tell a 9-year-old child to disobey your mom?
You can't.
Yeah, you can't do that. If I was in that situation and I sat down on that bus, my mom would have got back on the bus and said, what did I tell you? And I would have had to look at Abby and go, bye. I gotta go.
Do you think Sarah deserves to be back for a solo?
I think so, because with her improvements that Gianna was saying that she's improved, and I think it's her chance to not only show that she has grown as a dancer, but to also kind of tell Abby, like, listen, I deserve a spot, despite of you know, whatever happened between you and my mother, I deserve a spot on the scene because I'm a great dancer.
Yeah, I think so too. And she keeps showing up. She keeps improving. And the situation, again, you know, didn't have anything to do with her. It was her mother.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Yep. And we're doing a big group number called Tribal Council.
That was a dance
There you
move.
go.
Yeah. Yeah. That was one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That
I got
was
it.
Strong.
Are we hired?
Yeah. I'm making it on the totem pole. And you are too.
I am making it on that totem pole next week. Darn it. I am going to be putting on my makeup.
Who knows? Next week it'll be a circle. Who knows?
Now, before we go on, I want to talk about something called Birchbox. Now, this is really awesome. It's actually like a monthly subscription, and it's a beauty box that's completely tailored to you. So every month you get to try new products from niche brands and up and coming lines and everything in between. So you could, you know, try something that you hadn't heard of, or, you know, just indulge in like all the different products out there. So what they are, little samples of, and the monthly subscription is $10.
That's really good, especially for beauty products, because they can, I mean, it's a lot of money, you know, to spend on a beauty product that may not be right for you, or may not, you know, be what you're looking for or need. So to have a chance to just pay the $10 a month and to have things sent to you that you can try and then decide whether it will work for you or not, that's a pretty good deal.
It's a very good deal. It's very exciting. And once you see all of that amazing packaging and the sparkles, and I mean, I'll take the same lip gloss in like 10 different shades just because I like the packaging. But it's really cool because when you fall in love with the samples, then you can purchase the full size on Birchbox's full online shop.
Nice.
Right.
And who doesn't like to online shop? I just started that. Like, I used to be nervous about online shopping, but it's so convenient. It's super convenient.
I am a visual person. I got to try it on. And
me too.
Except with the makeup, though. I mean,
yeah.
Because you can't really try that on in the store anyway.
Well, you're not supposed to.
Well, you never know.
Right.
I'm one of those people.
Luckily, they do. Sometimes they do put testers out.
Yeah. And then the people come, ma'am, can we help you? No, I'm okay.
And suddenly you look like a clown because you've got all this stuff on your face.
Well, in addition to the beauty box, you can also try their online magazine. And in that you can read articles, expert interviews, and even watch how-to videos.
Nice.
Which are very helpful with the, you know, when you're trying to make the cat eye, and
yes,
I'm sure you don't have experience.
You know, I myself have not ever wanted to do a cat eye or any sort of makeup tutorial yet. I think that not yet as in like I haven't done it yet, but yet as in I'm moving on to a different topic.
Okay.
But I think those are great, especially for those people who want to know how to do like the smoky eye, or you know, how to do different things with your lips and things like that. See, I have a lot of female friends, so they tell me.
Okay, definitely. Well, the other good thing is that it's 5 different beauty products, from skincare, makeup, and hair. So it's different things that you can try, samples for your hair and skincare, from really awesome brands like Benefit and Smashbox, like which are like
those are the products, really good ones.
Yeah. that are really expensive. So I would love to try that out. And then the finale is that you get to use a promo code from AFTERBUZZ TV. You get 100 Birchbox points, which means you get $10 to spend towards your products.
Nice. Well, you guys make sure you check that out, especially for those that Giselle would have loved that.
She would have.
Giselle Ugardi. You guys remember Giselle? She was one of our original hosts here at Dance Moms. She would have loved this. I'm pretty sure she already knows about it because she's always up on her beauty game.
She's very up on her beauty game with her YouTube show and all that good stuff.
So make sure you guys check out Birchbox. Get your beauty on.
Get your beauty on.
I feel like I just came up with a new catchphrase for them.
What?
For Birchbox. Get your beauty on.
Get your beauty on.
I like it.
You're so good, Tony.
Oh, thanks. So are you.
Thank you. All right, let's move on.
Okay.
We've got some juiciness coming up because Ava is going to be at this competition. Jeanette is bringing Ava. She's going to be competing with 2 of Abby's dancers.
And not with
her age. Well,
not with the company. Like
right.
she's with her mom's dance. They said
she's
her
with
mom's
her, which
studio.
I kind of didn't understand. She wasn't completely kicked out of ALDC yet. No. She wasn't finished. So I don't know why she would kind of stick it to someone that you can't stick it to.
Yeah, I didn't understand Jeanette's thinking of putting Ava in the competition and as a way to show Abby that she's good enough to win. But when you want to win under the company that you're with?
Well, she's technically still with Abby's company.
Yeah.
She hasn't been completely kicked off.
But I mean, if she wanted to show her capabilities, she would have pushed for her to maybe have a solo or something with the Abby Lee Dance Company and not try to do it separately to show Abby that she's capable.
Yeah. Well, for all Jeanette knows, Ava could be invited back. She could have been invited back next week.
Yeah, because anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
They still got a lot of episodes to do. So
yeah, and you don't know.
Yeah.
And Jade was absent on this episode.
She was. I always feel like when a kid is missing, that just means their guest starring role is over for a few weeks.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they're doing something cool and using their platform.
I tell you what, they're not doing acrobatics. Because apparently Jade hadn't did it in so many years, and then Abby made her do it. So that's one thing they're not doing.
That's one thing they're not doing. So Abby does some damage control by telling Maddie to bring her solo costume.
Which was such a setup. Like, I mean, as soon as Abby said that, I was like, Maddie's going to end up doing her
totally,
solo.
Yeah.
She's totally going to do it.
She's absolutely.
Yeah.
But Abby wants to win. She is going to win no matter what.
No matter what.
And she's for sure not going to be losing to Jeanette.
No.
And Ava.
Oh, no.
No. So, and upstairs, the moms get really, really upset because Ava is going to be going against the younger girls. Ava is 12. The other 2 are 10, just turned 10. So they're almost 3 years apart.
And I thought it was a little sneaky that Tia's mom was, talking to Jeanette about it and kind of trying to tell her, like, look, don't do this. So she kind of knew all along that this was going to happen. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And those 2 are apparently good friends, Tammy and...
I guess so.
I mean, I kind of got that. I felt like they just met each other 2 or 3 weeks ago. But...
Yeah. Apparently they are good girlfriends.
Well, the funny thing is that the moms are really upset, but they're trying to act like they've not done the same thing for the last 4 years. They've all done
stuff to make sure that their child wins or that their child is in good graces with Abby. It goes back to when Kendall was the one that, wanted to secure her spot, and Jill doing everything that she could, and the moms hated that. And, there's always someone trying to come in and do stuff to make sure that their kid is on that team. I can't remember who told Abby that Ava was coming. Do you remember?
It was Tammy.
It was Tammy.
And just last week, Tammy told Lori that if Tammy was invited over to the elite side, she wouldn't go.
Right.
So it's just...
And there she was.
Yeah. So they all do the same type of, let's call them shenanigans.
When it comes to your child, you will always do what's best for your child. Right. And the moms consistently show that.
Which,
Child comes first.
Yeah. In Melissa's case, I'm not always sure, but we'll get to that later. So in the rehearsals, the group rehearsals begin with Nia as the lead. Mm-hmm. Apparently, Abby went to Las Vegas and saw Cher perform and thinks that the girls can do something similar, which I totally see that.
Yeah.
Abby is yelling at Nia again to use the face.
Yeah.
She's like trying to pull it out of her, but I don't really get what I feel like every time Nia has a feature or role, she steps up to the plate.
She steps up to the plate. It's also always an ethnic role. I'm sure I'm not the only one that realizes that. Like there was the Rosa Parks. There was, I know the Rosa Parks was more recent, but it's always a very ethnic character that she has the lead in, because who else can play the ethnic character except Nia?
Yeah, well, the whole ethnic situation with her and the tribal number is very, I felt like it was very inappropriate.
Why?
Well, it's just very kind of streamlined, a little bit prejudice, like a little bit just, well, who else are we going to have?
Yeah. So, I don't know. As soon as they said Native American, I was like, oh, he's going to get the lead.
She did.
But how did you feel when Abby had Maddie show Nia, like, you know, the face and how to like pull that sort of energy out of her?
It was just spectacular.
Yeah.
She's good. I know she gets the lead and this and that, but there's something special about her. She's a star.
See, and when I see things like that, like people kind of feel like, oh, there she is again trying to showcase Maddie. But I feel like what she's trying to do is show, you know, that Maddie does have the technique. Maddie does have the acting skills. Maddie has the qualities that make a great dancer. And so she wants that for everyone else. So she uses Maddie as like a tool, sort of say, like, you know, like some people aspire to be the next Beyonce or the next, you know, Angelina Jolie. You know, you have someone to kind of look up to and you watch and you study them. And yes, you can only be yourself, but, you know, you have that person, that role model to kind of look at and go, you know, what are they doing that can make me be a better performer? You know what I mean? And I feel like Maddie just ends up being that person. So I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing. I think it's a way to kind of say, you know, this, if you want to do this, then this is how you should be yourself first and foremost, because you can't be Maddie, because there's only one Maddie, there's only one Nia, there's only one Kendall. But bring that out in you, you know, the facial expressions that Maddie does to tell a story, do that, bring that out, you know. So yeah, that was my little.
Well said.
Thank you.
Well said, Tony.
Thank you. I hope I said it.
You did, yeah. Okay, so as the solos are beginning, Abby is concentrating really intently, I felt like. We've got little Tia. She's doing the crybaby number, trying to throw a tantrum on stage. And I feel like that routine was a little annoying to me. Sorry. She's cute. It's not her fault, but that's
the thing. It's cute.
Yeah, it's not national title holding routine. And Tammy is trying to, you know, obviously stay in confidence with her daughter, but.
And of course, there's Christy to egg her on to say, do you think that's gonna win at nationals? Do you think, and blah blah blah. I'm trying to stir up the pot.
Do you really think that's going to win at nationals?
Yeah. It's because, I mean, essentially Holly was saying the same thing, but the way Holly presents it is 10 times better than how Christy presents it. Christy presents it in a way like, you know, see, there's Abby again sabotaging everyone, where, you know, Holly is more like not sure that choreo, you know, is great for nationals, you know, just my opinion, you know, type of a way.
Right. She's very, very tactful and professional, and she knows her spot, her place with Abby. Yeah. And they just, you know, they kind of have to go with the flow. It's not their show.
That's true.
Unfortunately. And I definitely don't agree with everything that goes on, of course, but we keep watching.
We do. We keep tuning in.
And then it goes back to the group number, and Abby doesn't think that Nia can handle the emotions. She wants poor Nia to be this huge Vegas icon Cher that's been performing for years and years. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, Nia, you know, has to, but I think for some people, when you're learning a dance, it's hard to
do everything
all at once. You kind of build. You know, like you get the dance down, then you're able to invoke the emotion behind it. You know, there's steps.
Yeah, and I'm sure the producers always cut to, like, you know, the beginning of the dance when she's just learning it and doesn't have all the facials down. Like, I'm sure they cut that, and you know they're just cutting like the bad parts where people are messing up, or and then the whole episode becomes about them, you know, which probably really didn't even happen.
Yeah.
So. And then, of course, Melissa thinks that Nia is perfect for the routine.
Of course.
But Holly points out that Maddie got the kudos.
Oh, yeah.
But.
Yeah. Well, you know, Maddie's the favorite.
Well, let's move on to the competition.
As Abby has pointed out, Maddie is the favorite.
Let's just move on to the competition.
Trucking right along over to the competition.
Yeah, so I feel like we are, actually, before we get to the competition, we have that scene on the bus with Sarah and her mom. Now, Sarah and her mom are in a very walking on thin ice type of situation. Christy, excuse me, cannot say anything whatsoever. Sarah has to go to the back of the bus where she should be with the rest of the kids. I believe Christy was like banished to the front of the bus.
With the moms.
Yeah, with the moms.
Yeah.
And poor little Sarah just isn't mature enough, independent enough
Cut the umbilical cord. Let go of your mom's hands.
That is her mother's fault. She can't be.
That's true.
I have a 1-year-old, and I'm already like getting her involved in things and dropping her
to be with like
off.
other kids and like people her age, and you know, to know that mommy is there, but like, you know.
Yeah, that's very inappropriate at this point for her to be that.
Like she should
attached.
want to be like, bye mama, and like go to the back of the bus with like all the other kids.
Especially, I mean, I'd be mad at my mom if she told Abby to take the garbage out and she was the garbage and got me kicked off.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be like, peace.
Yeah. I'd be like,
Mama.
Yeah. Be quiet. I'll be in the back.
Yeah. Okay. Last week, like, you know how you have your little take a seat?
Have a seat.
Well, Lexi and I came up with have a glass.
Have a glass?
Yes.
What? Okay, explain this glass.
The glass is go have a glass of wine and relax.
I like it.
Yes.
I like it. When you're getting a little too riled up.
Yeah. Pipe down.
Take a glass.
Yeah.
Take a glass.
So I believe Christy.
Sip on it a little bit.
Right. Well, Christy might need to gulp.
Yes, she does.
She might.
She needs to take a big gulp in order for her to not say anything to ruin Sarah's chances.
Right. So that takes us to the competition.
Okay.
And the two best friends, Tammy and Jeanette. Tammy goes to Jeanette and is like, well, I said, I know
what's happening.
Yeah, I know we agreed if anybody was talking about anybody, we would immediately go and tell them, which is ridiculous. And
it's so high school.
It's so high school and played, just written, like, go and say this.
Yeah, yeah. Report back. Let me know what they're saying. Gossip.
Yes, and Tammy goes as far as to say, heed my warning. Stay away. Stay away.
Oh my God. You should have drove her away and told her and locked her in a car and said, don't compete.
Yeah, exactly. But first of all, Jeanette shouldn't be there in the first place if she had her best interests of her daughter. But secondly, if some woman came like that up to me and said, heed my warning, I'd be like, peace out.
Yeah. But also, I didn't understand, you know, and this is later after the competition. She was like, my hands are tied. You know, I this is what's best for her. And I'm just like,
that's not what's best for her. I don't even understand what she's saying.
I still sat there and I was just like, I really don't understand her logic behind, you know, putting her in the competition separate from a group that she was kind of still a part of. It didn't make sense to me.
She still had a fighting chance. She's a beautiful dancer.
Beautiful.
She wasn't kicked off yet, and now because of her stupid mom, she doesn't have any chance.
Or maybe that was her way out. Like her time was going to come to an end anyway, and that's just how she was supposed to exit.
Well, Ava did a really beautiful performance.
Gorgeous performance.
That we got to, she got known for that and got to showcase that long performance without a goofy, awkward umbrella this time. So, yeah, good point there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just saying.
So let's talk about our group dance.
So good. It was, first off, and my I have to give kudos to my new roommate who sat through the episode of Dance Moms with me. I'm the only one in the house that watches all reality TV. And so he sat through, and he was watching the group dance as well. And he was like, they are really good. He was like, we both had the same thoughts. There's just this intensity there and this strongness, and the way that they dance together is just, they're so connected and so gelled with each other. It's like the piece was amazing. It was amazing. It was amazing.
They were pushing it. I love their makeup.
Yeah, the look was great. Yeah. I thought the look was really good.
The look was very finished from head to toe. And I just really feel like I know they're showcasing it as Nia had the lead, but I don't really feel like she had the lead. I feel I feel like she was in the back, dancing on a drum. Maddie was in the front, and then she was doing her faces really well, but then it would she wasn't pushing it as much as I thought that she could. And then she just at the end, she looked really gorgeous. But I kind of felt like in a way, I felt like she wore the big headdress and she danced on the drum.
Yeah.
She looked amazing. She brought everything to the table. I love the number.
Yeah. I thought Nia, like you said earlier, she definitely stepped up to the plate, as she always does. I thought she did a phenomenal job. There was a point where when they were all standing on the drum, I thought, why is Maddie in the front and why isn't Nia in the front? Because wouldn't it make sense for Nia to be in the front because she's the quote unquote lead? So, but overall, I thought the dance was amazing.
I did too.
Yeah.
And then we have little Sarah's solo. And I felt like it's just simple, but got the job done. I really liked, you didn't like it?
I didn't.
I liked, she really pushed herself with her acting, with her face. I mean, I
just thought it was sad and so depressing. And so the technique was great. Yeah. I just wasn't drawn in. Christy had more facial expressions than Sarah did.
Did you see those
they kept cutting back to her. Like at first she was like, and then she was like, I was like, are you performing this too?
I mean, I was like, did somebody stick in her arm, or she looked like she was in pain?
I don't know, but Christy had more facial expressions than Sarah did. Like, she was doing her own little dance in the stands.
She was. Well, with my entertainment background, it is easier to portray a sad, angry face than a happy or joyful or surprised or content face. So
because those come across as fake sometimes, like the happy, the joyous or whatever. But you can, really get into sadness and take it to that place. Yeah.
Tia, no crybabies. I felt like she's too old for this type of number.
For cute.
Yeah, she was cute. I feel like she nailed the facials, but she went from the cute facials to the temper facials with no transition in between.
Yeah.
And it was just, we all hate crybabies, or not crybabies, but brats.
Right.
And that would seem like,
She should have played it up more because it's musical theater. So theater, everything is like big, and I felt like she could have been bigger with it since it was a musical theater number. I literally wrote okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Those were my thoughts about it.
Yeah, I think she could have done better giving, with different choreography and or
just a different style. Like there was a point where we felt like this about Mackenzie, where it's like, okay, she's cute, but it's now time for her to kind of
grow
a little bit. And I think we finally saw that when she was giving Maddie solo. And we saw that kind of growth. And that was a moment where it's like, oh, okay, she can do something else besides cute.
Exactly.
Good for her.
And she shows us that in her solo, which was mature.
Yeah, it's still very cute, very sassy. But it had a more not so childlike.
I really look forward to seeing her blossom too, because she has like a big spunk in her step when she steps out on stage. Yeah. She has a lot of sass, she has a lot of attitude, but it kind of just needs to kind of come together. So I thought she did a great job. Her routine, I mean, I definitely liked it better than Tia's routine. It was like much more pleasant to watch. Yeah. I watched it a couple times.
I agree. Yeah.
Okay. Now we have Ava that comes out.
I didn't even take notes on Ava. I was just like, you're here. Great costume. Beautiful. It's like right at the beginning when she did her leg lift and it extended out. Yeah. I was like, she won.
Yes.
She has definitely beat Sarah, Tia, and Mackenzie.
Yeah, she looks a little bit too old and mature to be competing against those two girls. Yeah. And I knew right then and there that those two, I mean, there's really no comparison between those routines.
Yeah, there's a strength and power that you can only have when you're mature. And I feel like Mackenzie and Tia and Sarah are still rather young. They don't have that yet.
Yeah. Well, speaking of power, Ava is like muscle.
Her body was
like a rib cage and a bone and muscle.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. I was like, she's very fit.
She's very fit.
Very fit to be a dancer.
Yeah. Perfect dancer body. A little thin. Do you think she's a little thin?
I thought she was.
Her bones are very small.
Yeah.
She's a very small, dainty. Yeah. So she's not going to ever be, meaty or.
And I mean, we kind of tap dance because we don't want to, say thin and make you guys think that we're, thinking any type of way. But I mean, that's just an honest opinion that we thought she was thin.
Yeah. Yeah. If that was my little girl, I'd be like, oh, I think she's a little thin.
Yeah.
But I say that with love.
With love.
Love. Love.
Or LUV. Yeah. Love.
Okay, so then we are, oh my gosh, this is where it gets a little bit crazy. We are back in the dressing room.
And it happens.
Dun, dun, dun. Abby asks Melissa if Maddie has her costume. Mm-hmm. And I didn't even know that you could just throw numbers in at the last minute. When I was performing competition, you couldn't do that. You had to, do this in advance. But this is Abby Lee world. Yeah,
yeah. And Maddie goes on.
She goes on with her stunning performance of happiness.
Mm-hmm. But, of course, Christy is, rah, 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 rah. Why would you do that? Rah, 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 rah. I feel like in Abby's mind, it's like, I've got to win. I've got to show this mom that you're not going to come in and do something without my knowledge.
Exactly.
I'm going to one up you. I'm going to use my secret weapon, which is no secret. I'm going to use Maddie. And I don't feel like the other soloists were overshadowed just because Maddie is always a surefire win with those very rare occasions that she didn't win. And I think after seeing Ava, it was like, there's no way what those kids did
is
going to win. So I have to show them, not them as the kids, but show them as in Jeanette and Ava, that
I'm in charge.
Well, this is the winning team, not you. Mm-hmm. This is the winning team. So bring out the guns.
Yes, and people in the comments are definitely bringing out their guns because they are really upset with Melissa, thinking that she threw away Mackenzie's only chance at getting a solo.
For nationals,
For nationals, but I feel like if you take the emotion out of it and you have to look at it from a business perspective, which is what Abby is thinking.
Obviously did.
Obviously always does.
Yeah.
you have to just look at it from a business point of view. It's all about winning.
Yeah.
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 It's all about winning. She wants to win. Clearly, you know, they were going to lose against Ava. She had to make a point and say, you know what, you're not in charge. I'm in charge. Don't come, you know, around my block and, you know, mess up my shrubs, so to speak.
Yeah. And so she did what she had to do to make sure they secured a win.
And I don't necessarily think because, you know, Maddie won, I just don't necessarily think that those other girls are out of their solos. Right. Because
I think it was just a matter of...
It's not personal.
It's just business.
Yeah, I don't think Mackenzie is going to be upset. It's not personal. It's a completely different age. 10, barely turned 10, 12. Okay, we got to win. Let's throw her in.
And I also... And I'm sure people are probably thinking like, well, then why wouldn't they make sure that their solos were winning material? You know, everyone is a different dancer. You know, everyone's not like Maddie, everyone's not like Nia, everyone's not like Kendall. So maybe they wanted to give them something that's spectacular, but you know, you have to be prepared for that. You have to be an able dancer to, you know, do certain tricks and techniques and do certain types of dances and pull out certain emotions for certain types of dances. You know, maybe they weren't ready for something that could compete against Ava. You know, they're young. They're still young. So that's just another side.
It's just another way of looking at it. You know. Yeah. So it's just, it's just our opinion.
Yeah, exactly.
Doesn't make us right.
Doesn't make
it
right.
Our
just
opinions.
Our opinions.
Okay, so let's move on to the awards.
Yes.
So Sarah in the petite category.
She won first place.
She won first place.
Kudos.
And she outscores both Tia and Mackenzie.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So for our solos, Tia gets 5th place.
Yikes.
Yikes. Yeah. So,
Mackenzie
with 3rd place.
Good for her.
Very good for her.
Very good for her.
Yeah, great job. And then,
of course, Maddie.
I mean, yeah.
Got first place.
Yeah, but separated
Ava got second, only by 1 point.
Only by 1 point.
Yeah.
So she did, perform her.
Yeah.
Her song.
But granted, I mean, think about it. I'm sure she practiced, but like to be thrown in like that and still pull out a win, it's kind of amazing.
It is. Well, she performed that routine
last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean,
week.
You still want a chance to, and I'm sure she went over it before she got there, but you want to prepare yourself for your dances and to go in not knowing that you're going to have to, whip this out and whip out a win.
It was almost just the same performance as she did last week.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Which I kind of wanted to bring up the Rachel Sage situation because I kind of showcased it last week that Rachel wrote the song for Maddie, but she actually wrote it 2 years ago, but it's morphed into Happiness, Maddie's song. Yeah. So what I was really wanting to get across to viewers is that Rachel's new album is coming out in November, and that they could download one of her songs, Wax, for free. So that was my main issue with that. Not really to talk about when exactly she wrote the song, but for the show's purpose, it's kind of morphed. It's into Maddie's song.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's part of the storyline. We went with it.
Thank you. Yeah, we went with it. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was it.
Yeah.
That was the show.
Except for the group number okay.
Oh, and the group number got first. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The group won. Yay for the group.
Proving that Nia can hold it down.
Of course she can. And we know that when she's put in that position, she always steps up.
Yeah, and that the 5 originals can do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, of course. They've been working together for so long that of course they can do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Okay, and then this show kind of goes on with a little bit more Ava and Jeanette. So
yeah, we're over them.
Yeah,
they're kicked out. They're done. The whole they came in and it's like, oh, we just wanted to say hi, and then Abby, confronts them about what happened, and she's like, yeah, that's not gonna fly. So you are officially cut.
Something funny I wrote down was that Why is Tammy
asking to go to the bathroom? I thought that was hilarious.
No, this is how it went. Miss Abby, do you mind if I use the restroom, please? Like, she didn't go to the restroom. She was going to like blab and gossip. Yeah, but I was like, lady, get a backbone.
That was ridiculous. She should have just walked out.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
I'll be back. I'm going to the loo.
Yeah.
And I'm not asking you, so.
That's ridiculous.
Okay. Anything else we can?
Do you have any news and gossip?
I just wanted to promote Chloe's Miracle Marathon.
Okay, wait, hold on. News and gossip.
Oh, sorry, I'm excited. Thanks,
and
Marissa.
now for the news and gossip.
And now for the news and gossip. Team Chloe, I wanted to promote her Miracle Marathon.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's on her Facebook. You can kind of go and check it out. But she's trying to raise money to help Children's Miracle Network Hospital to help sick kids.
Oh, nice. And an alumni for Dance Moms, I don't know if this has been mentioned before, but Little Miss Asia Ray has an EP out. So you guys make sure you get that. She just recently had a performance at Universal City Walk this past weekend. And her EP is out. She's doing music and singing and dancing and being the next Beyonce. So make sure you check that out. She also was interviewed by Ashley Daniels here at AfterBuzz TV for Spotlight On. So if you guys want to find out what's going on with Asia, make sure you check out Spotlight On right here on AfterBuzz TV. It was from just a few weeks ago. And she does the famous Tony Spin.
Does she?
She does.
All right.
She does.
I'll definitely have to check her out. She's a little hot rod.
Yes, she is. She is. She's working it. She's working it. She has of course, she has her show Raising Asia that just had the season finale. So she's working it. She's doing it.
Yeah, good for her.
Yeah,
sure. Well, all right. So let's go into predictions.
Predictions.
And now,
the strobe lights remind me of Haunted Halloween. Well, next week we get to compete, or they get to compete against Kathy again. Kathy's back. I know you don't like Kathy, but she's just gone for too long. Like, either you're gonna stay in the show or not. Well, it's not her fault. I just like her little silly comebacks. Oh my god. 20-cent cow or whatever it was. I don't know. $2 something. Yeah, throwing water on people. So I saw for next week that the girls are the moms are charting every time the girls are compared to Maddie and every time that they do something wrong. Oh boy. We all know that number's going to be high. That it's going to be. It showed. It was extremely high. Yeah. And then I think Miss Holly really gets hot. Miss Holly is going to turn into Miss Holly. She is going to Miss Holly. I mean, she's pissed. Yeah. Oh yeah. To say the least. So we shall see. Okay. Yeah. That's it. That is it. Nice job. Great job, Candice. Yeah, thank you. Yay. Thank you. And of course, before we leave, you guys can find me on all social media platforms, including Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and YouTube at Lounging with Tony, or on my website, loungingwithtony.com. And you can find me on Instagram at Candice Camacho, on Twitter at Candice_Camacho, and on my YouTube channel at New Mom, New Wife, New Life. Yeah. I like it. Yeah. A lot happening in the Camacho household. Oh, I bet. Yeah. I bet. It's a little bit crazy. And thank you, Marissa, for holding it down in the booth again. Of course. Whoop, whoop. Thank you, Marissa. And hopefully we'll have Lexi back. Yeah. Yeah. All right, Lexi, get better. Get better. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us for another reclap. And we appreciate you watching. Have a great night. See you next week. From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV. Buzz you later. The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.